said yeah.
At 6:30 PM, the Louisville Planning and Zoning Commission of May 15th, 2012 is called to order. The first order on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the May 1st, 2012, and there is a quorum present. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? If not, may I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
Motion by Brent,
Second.
seconded by Alvin. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Agenda item 3 is a public hearing for a plat. This is the final plat of Assured Storage, Louisville Edition, a 7.203 acre parcel within the Castle Hills, designated light industrial L1, located on southwest quadrant of Sam Rayburn Tollway Frontage Road and Essex Boulevard, and it has a requested variance. David?
Good evening. As indicated, we're looking at the plat of Assured Self-Storage. It's located in Castle Hills, which is in the city of Louisville, ETJ. And when we review plats in Castle Hills, we do apply our 1996 Castle Hills Ordinance, which is based on our 1996 General Development Ordinance. The plat is shown on the overhead, and on the plat I've highlighted the orange lines around the outside are basically the two lots. I've highlighted the building lines on the front and the back of the lots in blue, and the areas where the variances are going to apply, I guess, don't show up very well. They're actually highlighted in sort of a green color along the frontage, but you've probably got that information in your packet. The specific variance in this case is to allow dedication of a street, drainage, utility, and pedestrian easement in lieu of dedicating additional right-of-way for the required deceleration lane for the driveway into the proposed self-storage development on the Lot 2. And then we also have a requirement for a right turn lane from the service road onto Essex Boulevard, and so additional right-of-way would have to be dedicated for that as well. And they're proposing to, rather than dedicate fee simple right-of-way, proposing to dedicate an easement that covers streets, drainage, utilities, and pedestrian. The main purpose of the variance in this case is that, as you can tell, the lot is relatively narrow. In fact, it's only about 235 feet deep relative to the tollway. Because the lot designation is light industrial and it backs up to single-family residential, there's a 50-foot building setback line across the back of the lot. Then there's a 30-foot building setback by ordinance on the front of the lot. So that actually leaves about 155 feet of depth in buildable area, which for a commercial lot is pretty narrow. In essence, what dedicating an easement does as opposed to right-of-way is that when you dedicate right-of-way, it shifts the front building line back accordingly. But if you dedicate an easement instead, it doesn't move the building line back. So in essence, it's giving them some additional room for the building structures on the lot. Staff doesn't have any objection to the variance in this particular case because of the particulars of the lot. In addition, there is some precedence in Castle Hills for this exact variance. I believe it was granted for the Louisville Town Crossing development, which is also in Castle Hills, where the Target and the Best Buy and some of those stores are. So it's a very similar type of variance that was granted for that development in Castle Hills. I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have. Also, the surveyor who prepared the plat is here as well if there's any questions with regard to the plat that you have.
Commissioners, questions? Okay, thank you, David. At this time, we'll open up the public hearing. If anyone wishes to come forward and speak on this subject, please do so. Having no one come forward, may I have a motion to close public hearing?
Make a motion to close public hearing?
Motion by Brent,
Second.
seconded by Bill. Those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Any further discussion before we vote? Okay, may I have a motion on the final plat for Assurance Storage?
Make a motion to approve, recommend approval.
Motion by Karen to recommend approval,
Second.
seconded by Alvin. Those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Having no other business, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by Brent,
Second.
seconded by Alvin. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Meeting adjourned.